Okay, so today we're going to shoot with the new AD200 Pro Mark II. Really, you know, i- do you need to upgrade? Probably not. But here's the thing: I'm using this little softbox. This is it all packed up. It just goes over the bare bulb, twists in, it's done. Easy to use. But I'm using the reflector plate in here as well, which is this thing. I've never liked it. I've never liked the light pattern that I got from it, but I am not going to give up. I'm going to try again today and see what we can do with it. It could have been me the last couple of times I've tried it. I've been using these for years and years and years. I tried it once or twice, didn't like it, never put it back on. I put it back on today for you to see how it does. It's not a beauty dish, okay? Don't mix these up. I don't care who puts this in what kind of softbox. A beauty dish is a beauty dish, and a softbox is a softbox. This is a deflector plate in a beauty or in a softbox. Okay, we're going to get that out of the way. Now you'll notice that I'm in a new space. There's a reason why, but let me show you instead of talking about it really quickly. And I was literally right next door, but I'll show you right now. So here it is. This space, I had major foot traffic, frontage right off the elevator, double doors right into the studio. Now the salon, after 18 years, has left the building. They actually went out of business. The owner just retired. I'm sure something else will go in here, but I still don't need the foot traffic. I had great foot traffic in here, but I'm not that kind of studio anymore. I don't look for clients off the street or frontage to advertise me. Most of my stuff comes from word of mouth and from commercial clients. Now, I don't need a big space. This was actually their storage room. And after they moved everything out, I looked at it and I'm thinking, okay, the price on this is going to be so much less than what I had because of the major frontage. I'm literally going to be saving almost $2,000 a month taking this little space. So this is perfect for me. I love it. It has the ceiling height. It doesn't have the width of the other one or quite the length, but it still works. I'm happy with it. I just have to, rearrange some stuff, put a little dressing room in this area here, and I'll be done. Nothing major and simple. I'm going to keep it inexpensive and it's going to work. But this is the ceiling height. I have the same ceiling height that I had before, which is the big thing for me. Anyway, this is the new space. Let's get back to the video. Now, as you know, I love little setups like this. This is everything to me. I just think this is the greatest thing in the world. I have this on a rolling stand just because I'm in the studio, but this on a lightweight stand with the extension head, like that cable is everything to me. But since I'm in the studio, I don't have to worry about it. I hate having this on top of a travel stand outside, even with a sandbag. A good gust of wind is going down, and this thing always breaks. And I don't like breaking my gear. So this here, I'm in the studio on the bigger stand. I have it on this, this little arm so I can shoot under it without the headaches. That's all. But you can shoot on the side of a stand. It doesn't matter. You don't need a special stand. But let's try this and see how it does. We'll try it with the plate, without the plate. See if it was me the first time I tried this or if it really is bad light patterns. I don't know. Anyway, thanks for watching as always. Let's get to the video and see how we do. Don't worry, I will get to the wigging out part of this video that was on the title screen really soon. But so I'm just shooting simple, just the AD200 Pro Mark II with that softbox. I will leave the name of that softbox in the description. I apologize, not knowing it offhand. But this is just straightforward with that diffuser plate in it. I'm not seeing any odd light patterns off of it. I don't know what happened the first time I tried this. Now, you have to remember, I tried this probably 10, 15 years ago when this came out. It may have been shorter or longer. I'm not really sure. But, back then I just used it once and I never put it back in. And I've been having them, I have them sitting around. So when I moved into this new space, I was thinking, I'm going to try this little softbox, see how this works, and do a shoot with it. And then I'm going to do it with and without the reflector plate and, see it. Basically, I was crazy back then. And I think I was. So I can see just a little bit of a hot spot in the center. It's a little bit more even lighting, more of a spread of a light, if you will. But that's really it. There's no major difference with or without it. I think I like it a little bit more with the diffuser plate in there now in this space. And now that I'm really looking at it, because it is a little bit more even light. So the problem with it is, it comes with a carry bag, this little softbox, but you can't put the diffuser plate in the carry bag. Only the softbox fits in there, so you have to carry that separately. So it's going to be pretty easy to lose or misplace. That's the only downside of it. Now I'm putting the diffuser plate back in because, I was getting nice light out of it. So I figured, I tried it with and without. And yes, I was crazy before, and with is going to be fine. So it's back in, and I'll show you a couple more shots with the simple setup with it back in. It works. It's, I have the bare bulb, obviously, because this is a bare bulb softbox. It won't work with any other head, it won't work with the Fresnel head or anything like that, or the round head. It just works with a bare bulb. But it is easy setup, and you're getting great light out of it. So I just wanted to show you this. If you never saw one of these little softboxes, they're not that expensive, and they're fun to carry around. It's easy. I really, really love it with that, the extension head, and again, I cannot wait until they come out with the extension heads for the new AD200 Pro IIs. Because the old extension head will not work on it. It'll work on the unit itself, but it won't work on the new heads. That being said, I'm setting up my favorite piece of lighting gear, which is V-flats. Now, you don't have to get V-flats. They're expensive. And by the way, they just came out with the new ones, which I am so excited about. These old ones, I've had 2 sets of these. They warp. The Velcro peels off. They rip. These are really warped, and that Velcro didn't last very long on the set at all. But I use them until they're dead. So this is, like I said, this is my second set in many years. But I did order a set of the new ones because they're magnets. They're built better, and they have a rim around them to protect the edges. So I'm really excited about that. And yes, I actually carry them on location. I just slide them in my trunk and take them to locations when I'm shooting on location. Now, this is the wigging out. So I had a wig in the studio. I figured, hey, do you want a wig and try this? Because I wanted to show you what the V-flats can do in this, more of a high-key lighting scenario. Now, I threw a light behind her, and I have it down really low. But I want to show you the difference. I love the power of the Godox lights, the AD100, the, a V1, even these. But they design the reflectors in these to give you the most power, not for even spread of light. And that really is horrible when you're trying to light a backdrop. Like if I use a Profoto A2, I get even coverage on the backdrop because of the lens they put on it. With Godox, they're pushing out light. So like when you read the light off a light meter, it's showing that it's pushing out more power than other lights. It's not. It's just a different reflector, and it's more confined. And it's really hard to make spread. So I gave up really quickly and just took it out of there and said, okay, I'll just, move her a little closer to the backdrop, pump up that light just a little bit. Now you see her lower half here that I'm losing light because it is a smaller softbox. All I have to do is tilt that light down. And that's what I'm going to do here. I'm just going to tilt it down a little bit, raise it up to, so I'm still getting her head, and it's going to give me more light going down. And it's feathering past her just a little bit. It's not perfect, but it works. And I'm still getting that shadow I like for separation on the backdrop. So play with these lights when you're using a smaller softbox. Move them around just a little bit, and you'll get the different looks that you want or that you need. If I'm shooting a 3/4 like this, obviously I'm going to tilt it down to get that light down below. Now, if I was shooting full length, believe me, that fall off, you would definitely see it at the bottom of her boots. No ifs, ands, or buts. Now, I'm going to flip these around, so I'm going to subtract light from either side of her. My favorite look. Again, V-flats are everything. It's the greatest piece of gear you can buy for lighting. One light and some V-flats, and I'm going to put the grid on here to really contain that light just even more. And you're going to see the fall off. It's a lot greater on the backdrop. So that backdrop's going to go gray. And I'm going to define her face and features a little bit more, which I love. This is the kind of lighting I like. It's subtracting that light. It's putting directly on her. That grid is, controlling it just a little bit more. No problems whatsoever. And again, you don't have to get V-flats. You could get, black cardboard or, black sheets or whatever you want. Same thing with the white side. You can just get, white cardboard or go to your store and get the foam core and tape them together if you don't want to buy these. But I do love the product from V-Flat World. They're just they're with me forever, and they fold down to small squares, which I love. So even in a small studio space like this, I'm still going to use them. And if you've never tried them, definitely try them. Try to find used ones if you don't want to buy new ones. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the shoot. This was a lot of fun. If you have any questions, leave them below. Thanks for watching.